Hey guys, how's it going today? My name is Rob Moore with 4D Business Group with your Spotlight. I'm actually with Tamarra Coleman of Shalom Center. She is the executive director.
I am.
Is that right? Oh my gosh, I got it right. Thank you so much for having me. Tamarra, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So the quick version is I am born and raised here. So aside from college, this has been my home. And my husband and I have 3 wonderful children. They're all adults, thank goodness. But I love my community. I'm compassionate about my community, and yeah, I don't know. I come from the corporate world, so human and social services is different for me. I've been with the Shalom Center for 5.5 years now, but I've always been involved in our community in some capacity. I was an elected official. I was on the school board for 6 years, 2 terms, and I was the president for 4 of those 6 years. And so
that's when I met you. I met you
yes.
when you were president of the school board.
Yes, indeed.
I thought that was super exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, I met Tamarra. She's like part of the school board. This is exciting.
No, don't. It's okay. I came off in 2018. And no, I do not miss it. So don't ask me that question.
Okay.
I miss the kids and the babies. Right. But I still find in this work that I do a way to still stay, connected to our school district in some way or shape or form. By supporting initiatives, being on committees and whatnot. So okay. I still keep my pulse on what's going on, just in case I come back.
We're in the winter time, so this is a new year, 2022,
yes.
And there's a lot of new things on the horizon for Shalom Center for you, for your position and whatnot.
There is.
So tell me about who you work for and
Absolutely.
Why you do the work, and what inspired you.
So first of all, let me just say, whenever I can talk about Shalom Center and the work that we do, I get really excited.
Okay.
So, because what we're doing here is completely amazing. Shalom Center is celebrating 40 years. We're 40 years old in 2022. It's very exciting. So we have a lot of things planned for this year. First up being our 40th birthday bash gala on April 7th at UW Parkside. So everyone is invited. I'm very excited. Because that's a great milestone. Very seldomly do you see nonprofits be around that long, and so we're very excited for the work that we've done thus far, and we're excited to announce some of the good things that are going to be coming in the very near future. And so all year we'll be celebrating with different activities and pop-up events. So people should definitely stay tuned and turn to our website at www.shalomcenter.org so that they can be a part of all these wonderful things that we're going to be doing. First up, of course, is our birthday party. So Shalom Center, as you may know, we have 2 different programs here. We have our shelter program and we have our food program.
Okay.
Our shelter program consists of 2 different programs. Our INS, which is individuals needing nightly shelter. And then we have our family side, which is our emergency family shelter. And so we, last year alone, almost 20,000 shelter nights. We are the only homeless shelter in Kenosha County. We are different than Women's and Children's because Women's and Children's only takes domestic violence. We take everybody, including domestic violence. So we're the only ones that can do homelessness in Kenosha as far as a shelter. We have great partnering agencies that we work with, and it's definitely a collaborative effort to take care of those that are depending on us. That's our shelter side. Then we have our food side. We have 2 programs, our soup kitchen, which we serve a nightly meal, both here at the Shalom Center and then at different locations of different churches in the inner city every night of the week, Saturday through Saturday, from 5 to 6. People can come and get a healthy, nutritional, hot meal. And so we've been doing that for 40 years.
Wow.
That's how our program started.
Since 1982.
That was 1982. Our first soup was served.
That's amazing.
Our wonderful founder, one of them, Greta Hansen, had a heart for the people.
I think I met her a long time ago.
Yeah, had a heart for the people. And it was about getting people fed and getting them something warm to eat and off of the streets, whether they were homeless or low income and just needed that to stretch that meal, So we are honored to be able to do that for 40 years. Then we have our pantry. In 2020 of March 2nd to be exact, we had a ribbon cutting here because we moved our pantry from Sheridan Road to this current location on 39th Avenue. And we have a 10,000 square foot warehouse and pantry. and it's pretty awesome back there. I'll have to take you back there.
Yes,
it's pretty cool. We source all of our own food, and we serve about almost 11,000 unduplicated households right here in Kenosha. It's pretty cool.
Get excited.
Food every week. We're providing groceries, free, nutritional, healthy food.
Healthy food.
Yes, and so that's our food program.
Now, how do you guys decipher healthy food from unhealthy food?
Well, I mean, nutritional food,
Sure.
right? So we love the noodles and all those things, and
Sure.
the macaroni and cheese.
Right.
But we're trying to get like healthy food into people.
Okay.
We don't want to contribute to high blood pressure, diabetes, those kind of things, hypertension. So we want to be able to provide people with fresh produce.
Okay.
Low sodium things.
Gotcha.
Yep, those kind, low fat. Chips are wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I love Lay's.
Really?
But we want to provide people with some healthy nutritional options, and goods.
Okay.
So deodorant, shampoo, toiletry items. We also provide those things when we have them.
Okay.
This community really steps up and helps us be able to provide those items. So we're very thankful to our donors. We couldn't do it without them.
I love
them and
that.
our volunteers.
Those
We're
are
a small
volunteers?
staff,
Really?
but we're mighty.
Oh my gosh. So do you guys have volunteers every single week?
Every single day.
Every single day. Okay.
Every single day we have volunteers that come in that help us with our programming. Aside from our programming that goes on in our shelter, so like our nutrition classes, we have nutrition, rent smart classes, budgeting classes. Besides those classes that come in, we have our volunteers that support our pantry. We only have 2.5 staff in our pantry. That's it, 2 full-time and a part-time. And everything else is managed by our wonderful, wonderful volunteers. If we don't have our volunteers, we can't do this work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a lot of planning. There's got to be a lot of leadership, a lot of intentionality.
I have a wonderful team.
Oh, my
wonderful
gosh.
team. Wonderful, strong team.
That is amazing. And I'm pretty sure they're self-starters as well.
Have to be.
They have to be. Yes.
Every day is different
if
here.
you aren't, then you're gonna learn how to be right away.
Every day is different. You never know. You could come in plan. This is what I'm gonna do today.
Right.
Well, no, you're gonna do that because it just changes.
What 3 points would you like to point out for leadership that's important to you in being an effective leader in your position here inside of this building, but also out in the community?
So I think the first thing that comes to my mind, Rob, is you have to be a transformational leader. I also think you need to be a servant leader. And lastly, I think you just need to be a humble leader.
Okay.
So aside from all the other leadership qualities, like having patience and communicate effectively, and all those things, you have to be willing to transform and be understanding. You have to understand what the needs are in our community, because we could talk about the needs in our community all day long, but if we're not going to do anything about them, then how are we going to transform them and change them? So I think it's important to be a transformational leader, be willing to change, be willing to pivot. My word for this year, half of last year and this year, is really pivoting. You have to be willing to be flexible to pivot, move, change, shift. All those things are necessary, especially when you're in human and social services. And then, we've got to be humble. You just have to submit yourself, be a servant leader. I don't know anything other than serving. People ask me all the time, oh my gosh, how do you sleep? Sometimes. I mean, I get enough, I guess. My husband would probably say different, but I do. It's all I know. My parents, it's all they did.
Sure.
It's all I ever saw. So when I didn't see people serving, I thought, well, what's wrong with you? Don't you see the need? We gotta go fix it. We gotta go do that. So I don't know anything else. And so I just try to serve as much as I can here in the agency and outside the agency. So
let me ask you, what are some unique events that are coming up pretty soon for you, or this year in the second? I know the first quarter is almost over already.
Yeah, but we got one. I was mentioning earlier our gala, our birthday party on April 7th, UW Parkside. We're really excited. We're gonna have some fun stuff going on. It's gonna be lots of balloons, and I don't even want to give it away. Lots of fun.
Really?
It will not be just a sit-down dinner. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, so it's going to be active.
Yeah, and if people know me, I'm not a boring person. I don't
No.
think. Maybe they think I'm boring, but I don't think I'm boring. But it's going to be really fun. We're really excited. Yes.
Is there anything that you would like to say to inspire the people of the community? And then also tell me about a unique story that inspired you while doing service work in your community.
So, gosh, there's so many. Let me see. There is just one. So that always will stand out for me personally. About 3 years ago, I had the opportunity to go to Prairie Lane Elementary School. The school has a teacher over there that I've known for many years, and she does a project with her 4th grade class. They do a garden at they have a garden at the school, and she teaches the kids about growing fresh vegetables. And I think the lesson's more of a science lesson, but what she tagged on was the service learning part of the science project. So the kids grow different vegetables, and then they donate them to Shalom Center's soup kitchen. So every year we get wonderful fresh vegetables from Prairie Lane Elementary School. It's pretty cool. And she's been doing this for many, many years. And this particular year, and I had already been to the school several times over the years, but this particular year, about 3 years ago, I went and I was talking to the class about what we do at the Shalom Center and why it's important to get involved and all those wonderful things to 4th graders. And you know, their attention span is like this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're wonderful, but we got to really grab their attention. So I was telling them about hope and how we bring hope to people every day, right? We come in, we want them to be hopeful because they've lost some of that hope.
Exactly.
And I was just sharing really briefly. And so at the end of my talk, which was only about 3 minutes, because that's all you can give 4th graders, a little girl came up to me and she handed me a piece of paper. And on the piece of paper, it said, hope, helping other people every day. And she wrote it out. And I looked at it, and I didn't look at it really closely. I was leaving the classroom, and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. She wrote me a little note. You're so cool. High five. You know, that's when we could touch. That's when you could touch. Pre-COVID. And I walked out of the classroom. I walked down the stairs at Prairie Lane, and I looked at it a little closer.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, helping other people every day. Still didn't hit me. I just thought, oh, that was really cute. She put a little tagline to my hope. Got in the car on my way back to the office, and I just kept thinking about, oh my goodness, this is what I do every day. This is what we do at the Shalom Center every day. We help other people every day. We build hope. We impact lives. And that is a reminder to me every day what I do. So I kept her little note.
Wow.
And it is stuck on my desk. You saw it when you came to my office.
Yes.
It was stuck on my computer, and I look at it every single day. And it's a reminder to me that we're hope builders at Shalom Center. And we in the community have to build hope. We have to help other people every day. Not in a huge way. It doesn't have to be huge. I'm not saying go out and, I don't know, change the world in one day. You can do something so small as just holding the door for someone. Saying thank you and please. Little things, because you don't know what people go through every day.
That's right.
I think we forget that we're looking on the surface and we're looking for the problem to be obvious to us to know if someone needs help or hope. Versus just saying there's a lot of people that wear their issues very well inside and don't display them. And you never know what those are. So it's so important for us to just be kind, be patient, be loving, be caring, show empathy, all those things, and build that hope that we want a better tomorrow for our future. But right now for the present, I don't need to wait 15 years for it to see it. I want to see it today. So I would just encourage your listeners to really be hope builders and help other people every day. You don't know what holding a door can mean to someone. You don't know what saying thank you or hi or, the little small things. The big gestures are obvious and they're wonderful too. But those little small things really make a difference in people's lives. And so I would just encourage people to be hope builders.
Because I was going to ask you, I said, what do you think that we can do to inspire more hope? But I think you already answered that.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Help other people every day. Per the 4th grader who probably now is like in middle school somewhere. And I tell this story often.
Oh, wow.
I have no idea who she is.
Oh, that's
I to this day. So I was at Lance the other day, and I was like, "Ooh, could she be in the building?" I'm talking to this group of kids, and I'm wondering, is she here? And I told that story because it's true, and it means so much to me. And I thought, God, maybe she's listening, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's me!" But I have no idea who she is, where she's at. But I wanted her to know she inspired me, and it sits on my desk every day. I look at it, and it reminds me of why I do what I do every day.
That is so beautiful. I think that there's something to be said with just the small things can make so much of an impact in yourself and also in the community. And we have to make sure that we have that gratefulness for those opportunities, no matter how small it is.
Absolutely.
And then for you to just keeping this by your desk, and then showing it to me, and then me seeing it, and you pulling it off, you're like, this is part of this is part of your story. This is also a great part of leadership, because we do seek to give leadership, but at the same time, and then this is a story that I was telling my daughter the other day, and I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I've learned so much from you. She's 18 years old. I said, I learned so much from you, and you have no idea how much. I know you learned a lot from me. I mean, that's going to happen, but I've learned so much about you and about myself. Just seeing those small things that you do, and it was a big impact on me. So thank you so much, Tamarra. Is there anything you would like to say to the community or the viewers, maybe some of your friends, family that may see this?
Just keep building our community.
Sure.
It takes you and I. I wrote an article on that. It takes you and I to build unity in our community. So if we can't work together, then our community is going to struggle. So we got to collaborate. We got to work together. We got to listen to understand, and we can change the world.